hey, Sean, December 16th is Boom's anniversary, and I celebrate that date because that's the date that I bought boomreactive.com 15 years ago today, or the 16th. I missed uploading on the 16th this year a video because I was dealing with some things, but I've posted a video, like I think right on or around the 16th for the past several years, sort of a what have I learned, another year of doing this, what have I learned as a creative professional? And it breaks my heart that of all my videos, I think these are some of the greatest ones that are the most condensed with knowledge and experience and analysis and thoughtful reflection. And like most of my videos, most people don't see them. They get like 30 views or something like that. But I've put some wonderful thought into these videos in the past. And this year, rather than focus on things to improve your business and hacks or approaches to sales and legal, the things I've talked about in the past. This year, there's 3 things about life. And if you get these 3 things right in your life, your business will get a lot better. And these are things that apply independently of your business and then some of them sort of within your business. But for me, making these 3 changes in my life made my business better. And it took me 15 years with some of these things to realize, hey, if you take care of yourself, your business will get better too. And instead of saying like, oh, once I get my business good, then I'll take care of myself. It doesn't work that way. It's never worked that way. It took me 15 years to learn that. Hopefully you learn it a little quicker than I did. But here are my 3 things. Number 1, don't feel an obligation to be informed, to engage with someone, or to have an opinion about something. And this found me this bluntly through some Ryan Holiday stuff. For me, it was easy to see this with sports. For the longest time, I live in St. Louis, and we have the Cardinals. We used to have the Rams. Now we have the soccer team. This year was the first year of our City SC soccer club. I don't know. FC? Now I don't even know. Just called City. But this is my point. I would have felt bad a few years ago not knowing, and I would have played it off when people would say things like, "Oh, what do you think about the trade with the Cardinals and this new pitcher?" I'd say something like, "We'll see how it goes. Hopefully it's good." Instead of, I don't know who that is. I don't know we trade people. I don't care. You're watching this probably thinking like, yeah, that's fine. But for me, I think I'm pretty normal in like when political issues especially come up or current events, we feel this obligation to have an opinion and to talk. Like people say, "Oh, did you hear about what so-and-so said?" Like, "Oh, well, here's..." We have this urge to be involved and to be informed. And I think we waste a lot of time informing ourselves about stuff that couldn't matter less. And I'm not talking about sports. If you're into sports, be into sports. But so many of us who aren't political professionals absorb so much of this negative news so that we can bring it up or argue about it or just say like, "Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, did you hear?" Like, so we can, there's such shame associated with being uninformed. And that's something that once you break free from and you can just say like, "I don't know about that." Or to say like, "Yeah, I heard about that. I'm not informed enough to have a thoughtful opinion about it." That can just liberate you to focus your thoughts elsewhere. And I think especially right now with politics, aside from being informed or having an opinion, that obligation to engage, I think, shows a big weakness in a lot of us. And when you look at the happiest people and the best creators, they're not the people who are starting arguments and trying to be loud. And you probably can see in your own videos or wherever you post stuff, the people in the comments who are quick to throw opinions out and criticize things, those people never have their own content. Because when you create, you know not to criticize. You learn not to criticize the same way. And that same thing applies to life of just be okay not having an opinion or keeping it to yourself, and don't try to engage. Don't try to have an argument and try to show someone that you know more than them. It's just a losing game. It's a lose-lose situation, and it wastes a ton of time. But once you do that in your life, it lets you do that in your business more, and especially as if you're a creator, if you're a creative like me and being in video production, there's little things with colorizing coloring of footage, color correction, and audio tweaking, and all these things where there's a ton of opinions about what I'm doing right and what I'm doing wrong. And there's going to be comments on this video about my hat and other things. And being able to say, oh, I don't care, is so liberating. Being able to say, like, yeah, I know there's a different microphone. I know there's a better light. I know there's a different camera. I know there's better settings, whatever. I don't care. I don't have an opinion about why I should use this camera or this lens. This is what I'm doing. I'm creating something, and I'm really happy with that. And I'm happy to not engage with anyone about what I could be doing better or worse with their unsolicited opinion on my creative projects. So let go. Don't feel the need to be informed, engaged, or definitely to have an opinion about absolutely everything. Free yourself and use the extra brain power to do happier things. Number 2, wake up before you need to. And this is something that I experiment with, where it's not wake up at 5 a.m. and do 30 minutes of writing and exercise and take a cold shower. I've done these things, and I do various ones of them on different days. But for me, I found that if I am woken up by my kids or by an alarm that I have to set for work, that's a worse day than if I get up even 10 minutes before I need to. And with those 10 minutes, whether I write or work out or whatever, whether it's 10 minutes or half an hour or an hour, just having a moment to start your day on your own terms makes so much of a difference. And you may say, like, oh, I can't get up an hour and a half earlier. You can get up 10 minutes earlier. You can get up 10 minutes earlier, sit up and read something, do something, write for a second. Don't worry about what it is, but give yourself that 10 minutes, and the rest of your day is going to shape up a lot differently. And for me, I noticed that by doing that, I get my head right, which lets me focus on my family more, which lets me focus on my business better when it comes time to shift into that mode, versus when I'm sort of rushed and I'm then like being quicker and more rushed with my family stuff, and then I'm switching quickly into work and trying to get it done quickly so I can go back and finish the things that I'm still thinking about with everything else. So just giving yourself a few minutes to center yourself and to think about your day a little bit, and then do the same thing at night. Just take a few minutes, put down your phone. Don't start the day with your phone, and you'll find yourself having much better days without even much changing, except for your mindset, because you started on your own terms versus being pushed into something or pulled out of something, your bed, before you wanted to. And lastly, third and lastly, I read Atomic Habits by James Clear, and I really liked the concept of every day is a vote for who you want to be. And it doesn't matter where you are. And his quick analogy was, I was using weight loss in my head as I'm working on that. And it's not about how much you weigh right now. If you are in fantastic shape, if you're right where you want to be physically, but you eat a lot more than you work out, if your caloric intake is out of balance, you will gain weight. It doesn't matter that you're thin now. By contrast, if you're heavier than you want to be right now, and you're eating less than you're working out, you know what I'm saying, you will make progress and get to where you need to go. And it's the same thing with money. You could be filthy rich, but if you're spending more money than you're making, you will go broke. If you are dirt poor, but you are spending less money than you're earning, you will get there. And I think I always judge myself for like where I am right now, instead of thinking about where do I want to be and am I making progress toward that? Not have I made it there, but where's my trend line? And it's not where I am on that trend line and how fast I'm getting somewhere. It's just, am I making progress? Did I work out today for 5 minutes, for 10 minutes, whatever it is, or did I not? And I can look at that in a week, say, my votes for myself, I voted to be exercise guy more days this week than I voted not to be. And regardless of if I lost a little bit of weight and then I'm sort of coasting, but I'm not working out, it's easy to say, oh, well, I didn't vote. I didn't spend my day voting to be eating healthy guy. I spent my day voting for splurge guy, binge guy. And being able to detach myself from that destination and just zoom all the way in to say, am I making progress right now to where I want to be? That has been liberating. And I think as I extrapolate that into my business, it's easy to connect that dot and say, Yeah, there's projects that I wish were bigger. Yeah, I wish I had some larger clients that had different budgets that would allow me to do different things. But I'm growing. And my last project was a lot better than the project before that, which was a lot better than the project before that. And I'm doing a good job of applying lessons from past projects to the next project. And so, yeah, I may not be exactly where I want to be, but I'm learning and I'm keeping an open mind and I'm collaborating on every project. And I feel very good about that. And I know that in a year, if I keep that up, I'm going to be in a wonderful spot versus if I did have huge clients, but I wasn't collaborating, I wasn't growing, and I was resting on my laurels instead of pressure testing my beliefs every day. I would just, it wouldn't be as good. So those are my 3 pieces of advice this year. Get those things right in your life, and your creative business will thank you, and so will your fulfillment as a creative professional. That's all I got. Thank you so much for watching. It means so much to me, especially this video. This is one that I've been writing slowly for a few months, and I'm excited to share it with you, and I hope that it finds 20 people. There's the baseline. Have a great day or night or whatever, wherever. See you later. Bye.